Okay, guys, 17th of September, it's a new moon in Virgo at 25 degrees. And I'm going to show you the chart right now. The moon is at 21 degrees. Let me get my spotlight. So here it is. So you can see here that the moon is 21 degrees currently of Virgo, and the sun is 24 degrees. And when they both reach 25 degrees, I'm going to show you, we're going to go hours ahead. So 1, 2, you watch the moon move, and it's going to go 25, and then we want it exact. So I'm going to go back a few by minutes, and we're going to show you the exact moment. 12. I love solar fire. It's a beautiful tool for looking at charts. So there you go. So what's going to happen is that it's going to be 25 degrees, and we've got a trine that's going on. The sun and the moon is trine to Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. So this is beautiful. We've got squares to Jupiter from Mercury, and also to Pluto, and Saturn, it will be heading that way in the coming days. And so the square to Jupiter is exact, and then it will be going towards Pluto, but also we're going to have a retrograde going on. I'll do a video on that. That's coming up later in the coming month or so. I'll have to double check. So with this new moon, basically we are looking at where we're heading, and we want to look where it is in our chart. For me, it's going to be on my MC. And if you look at the aspects here, we've got a few more that I'd like to point out. There's an inconjunct going on to Saturn and Pluto to the North Node, which is our direction. So there's something we can't see. There's a square going on to the North Node to Neptune, which is moving in. They're getting closer together. And also Mars is also squaring currently Saturn and Pluto. And then as it moves, as in retrograde, as it moves backwards, it's going to hit Jupiter as well. They're going to meet each other. So there's a lot going on here. I would say that this is about really organizing ourselves, because it's Virgo. It's like, what do we need to look at? What do we need to reorganize and get started on, like new projects, and also looking at our health and our routines, because that's what Virgo is about. The new moon affects a month ahead. A full moon affects only 2 weeks ahead. So I think that with this, I'd like to just show you also that, let me stop share here and go to another chart. And this is just a brief update of what's going on. So then if we go to new share, and I'm going to bring up this chart here. This is my birth chart. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at what house it's falling in for you. So for me, it's on, my MC is 20 degrees. It's happening in my 10th house, which is my public life. It's my career, and it's how I want to be seen in the world. So this is where I'm being affected with this moon. So, and if you look to your own chart, and then you'll be able to see, I'm going to say that the great thing is, if you go to AstroSeek, this is astro.com. This you can go here for your chart, but I use AstroSeek as well, and you're able to get all of the aspects. And I'm got quite a beautiful full new moon, because the moon is sextile to my ascendant. So the moon is sextile to my ascendant here. I'll get my spotlight again. This will be a lesson for you so that you can look at your own chart. So that's a sextile, that's 60 degrees from here to there when it's at 25. My moon is conjunct my MC, and the moon is also sextile to my south node. My south node is here, you see. So the moon is sextiling my south node, and then it's also trining my north node, which is beautiful. So it's going to trine my north node here, and then it's going to oppose my Chiron. My Chiron's down here. This is where we're hypersensitive, our wound that we've had from childhood, imprints and complexes as well. And I love working on that stuff with people, looking at Chiron and the wounding that we have, so that we can begin to get rid of the hypersensitivity that we've been carrying that, you know, sort of stops us moving forward. And then the moon is also opposition to my Saturn. So I'd be looking up that aspect. The moon is trine to my Mars. So moon here is trining my Mars down here, which is another good one for me. And then it's trine to my Mercury as well. And then the moon is also trine to my sun. So I'm doing quite well with this new moon that's come up. And then the sun is sextile to my ascendant. And then the sun is conjunct my MC here. And also sextile to my south node, and then trining my north node. And what we would do, I could go on there, but we'd look at the houses. So, you know, this is work and career and my health and routines. And also the 10th house is the public eye. And then also we'd look, those are the main two that I'd be looking at as well. But then I really want to be dealing with this stuff down here as well. So if we go back to the other chart now, and let's see, new share, laminated page. So as we move through the coming weeks, what's going to happen is that the squares will begin to form with Neptune. So the square here is forming, and this is going to be, you know, moving on. So let's just see how far ahead this goes, for how many, we're going to go days, for how long the sun is to the north node. So we got 1, 2, 3, square, and it's off. It's, you know, so it's only for, let's say, a week ahead. Going back. There you go. So the square is to the 22nd with the sun, and then it moves off the sun. So if you want help and you want to understand your own astrology more, do book a session with me. You can see in the link below, but hopefully this was helpful. So basically this Virgo full moon, you know, it really is about, you know, what's our direction? What do we need to organize and sort out in our lives? What's the direction we want to be going in? That's what this moon is about. And our health as well, routines. Okay, catch you later.